They travel throughout the United States of America, thrilling fans everywhere they go. They're the high-flying monster trucks of the United States Hot Rod Association. And today, they're in Louisville, Kentucky. Not for straight line racing, not for a turning course, but today, it's figure 8 racing on Monster Truck Challenge. It's coming your way next, here on ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Louisville, Kentucky, they like things that are fast here, normally thoroughbreds, but tonight they're going to love the best monster trucks in the entire world. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ken Brew. This is the Louisville Motor Speedway, and tonight, figure 8 monster truck racing. Stay tuned. Monster Truck Challenge continues on ESPN in just a moment. Okay, we're down here in the scoring area of the press box. This is where they keep track of everything that happens out on the track. Now, attrition and broken parts and bad qualifying has taken its toll on the field tonight, but there's still a very, very big representation here from the best monster trucks in America. Here's how they lined up in round 1. First, it'll be Tropical Thunder against Barely Tame. Then Gravedigger with Dennis Anderson in the saddle against Kodiak. That's that Milwaukee truck. Carolina Crusher and Gary Porter against the Master of Disaster. Predator with Alan PEZO in the saddle against Rambo. Then Excalibur against Equalizer. And finally, Auto Value will make a run tonight as well. All right, we're all set for round 1 action. Let's go trackside. Here's Joe Lowe.
Ken, a figure 8 track in Louisville, Kentucky. And look, this first matchup hits Tropical Thunder. Wayne SMOZANK out of Jupiter, Florida. There's a good shot of Wayne going up against the guy from way up north, Doug Spanier, and Barely Tame. Now, we told you SMOZANK's from Florida. Doug Spanier's from Minnesota. So you got a north and south confrontation between Barely Tame and Tropical Thunder, and there they go. Barely Tame with the lead. Now, remember, this is a lot of turning and a figure 8 towards the end. They come around. Barely Tame seems to have it over SMOZANK. He's in the outside lane. They come over to hit the cars. Whoa! And SMOZANK seems to lose power. Meanwhile, Doug Spanier's pulling way out front, Barely Tame. Now, you notice on this figure 8 course, they sort of change things with Tropical Thunder against the wall now. Barely Tame on the inside track, and a clean sweep for Doug Spanier and Barely Tame. Our next matchup ready to go between the Kodiak and the Gravedigger. Now, the Gravedigger, piloted by Dennis Anderson, he's back after a lengthy time off, and he's at a Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, ready to go with the Digger. Kodiak being piloted today by Mark Bendler. Mark coming with us for the first time on Monster Truck Challenge out of New Berlin, Wisconsin. So it's Bendler and Kodiak, Anderson and Gravedigger. The red headlights on Digger, and Digger gets the hole shot. But hole shots count in straight line racing. This is a figure 8 course. They come around the first turn. They'll be approaching that first set of cars. Look for a good jump. The Digger has the lead. Whoa! He clears the entire set of cars. Which track we gonna take? We're having a little trouble staying on course, keeping control of the truck, and the Digger a slight lead as they come around and head to the cars one more time. Whoa! What a finish! Kodiak comes apart, but look, oh! Dennis Anderson runs out of track space. Dennis Anderson, the Gravedigger, your winner. I hope he can come back with us. We'll check with him later on. Meanwhile, Carolina Crusher is coming up to the line. Gary Porter out of Wadesboro, North Carolina. Gary's been doing extremely well on Monster Truck Challenge, going up against David Cook and Master of Disaster. David making his first visit to Monster Truck Challenge out of Albany, Minnesota. They're staged in Louisville. Carolina Crusher, Master of Disaster, and there they go. Carolina Crusher out to an early lead, but they have that first turn to maneuver. Carolina Crusher acts as though he's been here before. He knows what he's doing. Mr. Cooke having his share of trouble, but he's right behind him. The Carolina Crusher up and over the first set of cars. Here comes David Cooke. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Cooke stopping on that first set of cars. Meanwhile, the Carolina Crusher going around. Gary Porter, the track is all his. David Cooke gets master disaster going again, but it is all Gary Porter. And the Carolina Crusher taking it easy. He saw what happened on the earlier races. He says, hey, if I don't have any competition, I am not going to risk hurting my equipment on this run. The win goes to Carolina Crusher. Our next matchup between the Predator and Rambo. The Predator being driven by Alan PEZO. Alan out of Millington, Michigan. Going up against him is Bill Weaver. Big Bill Weaver, Wild Bill as they call him, hails from Hastings, New York. So it's Rambo and Predator in Louisville on this figure 8 course on Monster Truck Challenge, and there they go. The Predator, a unique looking truck, and he goes tight. Weaver comes out very wide on that first turn in Rambo. Predator with a 3-truck length lead as they come up and approach the cars for the first time. Look at the Predator go. Goes into that turn. He's in the outside lane now. Meanwhile, Rambo way behind. Can the boy from New York catch up to the Predator? It's all Predator in this race. Alan PEZO, the Michigan boy, picks up a win in Louisville, Kentucky on this tough Monster Truck Challenge course. Here's a matchup. Chuck Hawkins and the Excalibur up against David Morris and the Equalizer, Smilin' Dave, and you can see right there what we call the boy from Springfield, Tennessee, Smilin' Dave. Chuck Hawkins and Excalibur. Chuck hails from Toledo, Ohio. His first time with us on Monster Truck Challenge. A lot of the new boys with us for this show. Excalibur and Equalizer. He's up among some of the tough ones in the country. And this young man in Excalibur can drive. He's not giving David Morris any faith. Oh, look out. You got to keep it on the track. You got to keep control of your vehicle there, Chuck. David Morris. Whoa, the Equalizer. He backs off. Neck and neck. In fact, Excalibur has a lead. What's happened to David Morris? He loses power. And in an upset, young Chuck Hawkins and Excalibur gets a win over Equalizer in Louisville. But it ain't over yet. Here comes Scott Stevens in the Auto Value King Crunch. Scott out of Spring, Texas, driving that Auto Value truck. He is a veteran of Monster Truck Challenge, and we love having him with us. Now, you remember we told you earlier on that this was a tough course. Scott Stevens gets a bye run. He gets to try this course out all by himself. Not only that, but, you know, he's had an opportunity to see the other guys run this course. So he's just out for a joyride here. He's going to get the feel of the course. But, you know, Scott Stevens is a competitor. He's going to see what this truck will do. A fairly new truck. He's been tweaking it, and I think he's got this thing dialed in for this figure 8 course. He comes up and around. The new paint job looking good. He's picked up a great sponsor there in Auto Value. And the King Crunch gets a bye run. He'll advance to our next round on Monster Truck Challenge. Whew, I need a break. This first round was exciting. Ken?
What a first round of racing action. But two very important questions as we head to round 2. Is Dennis Anderson okay? And can they find the parts to fix Kodiak? The answers to those questions are coming up next when Monster Truck Challenge continues here on ESPN in just a moment.